Are you tired, truly, deeply exasperated by the endless cycle of almost when it comes to the Toronto Maple Leafs defense? Do you dream of a blue line that doesn't just hold its own but dominates, dictates, and truly defines a championship contender? Well, hold on to your hats, hockey fans, because today we're diving headfirst into a blockbuster trade scenario that could shatter the status quo and finally deliver the franchise defenseman Toronto has been craving for decades. This isn't just a rumor. It's a seismic shift waiting to happen, a bold vision that could redefine the very core of the Maple Leafs. We're talking about a move so audacious, so impactful, it could send shockwaves across the entire NHL landscape. Imagine, if you will, the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team perpetually under the microscope, finally landing that elusive, game-changing defenseman. And not just any defenseman, but a bona fide superstar from a division rival, the Buffalo Sabres. The name on everyone's lips in this hypothetical, yet tantalizing scenario, none other than Sabres captain, Rasmus Dahlin. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Dahlin? From Buffalo? Impossible. But let's peel back the layers here. Last season, whispers began to circulate, reports suggesting that Dahlin, despite his public denials, might be growing restless in Buffalo. While he swiftly shut down those rumors, the hockey world knows that where there's smoke, there's often a flickering ember of truth. Could the mounting frustration over the Sabres' prolonged futility be reaching a breaking point for their young captain? Could the allure of a major market, a team with legitimate playoff aspirations, finally prompt Dahlin to consider a change of scenery? If those stars align, if Dahlin is indeed willing to waive his no-movement clause for a chance at glory, then the pieces of a truly monumental trade could fall into place. So, what would this earth-shattering deal look like? Picture this. The Toronto Maple Leafs acquire Rasmus Dahlin, a defenseman who could instantly become the cornerstone of their blue line for the next decade. In return, the Buffalo Sabres would receive a package designed to accelerate their rebuild and provide both immediate impact and future assets. That package? Veteran defenseman Morgan Rielly, promising young forward prospect Easton Cowan, and a coveted 2028 first-round draft pick. Now, let's talk about the moving parts here, because this isn't just about talent. It's about psychology and ambition. For this trade to materialize, Morgan Rielly would also need to waive his no-trade clause. And while Rielly has been a loyal servant to the Maple Leafs for his entire career, there's a compelling argument to be made that the relentless pressure cooker of the Toronto media and fan base might finally be taking its toll. Imagine the emotional and psychological weight of constantly being the focal point of criticism, year after year, without the ultimate team success. A move to a more laid-back market like Buffalo, while still a hockey hotbed, could offer Rielly a chance to reset, to play with less scrutiny, and perhaps even rediscover a different facet of his game. It's not a slight on his commitment, but a recognition of the immense mental fortitude required to thrive under the Toronto spotlight. As for Sabres' return, the inclusion of Easton Cowan isn't just a nice-to-have. It's a non-negotiable demand. When you're trading a player of Dahlin's caliber, a defenseman widely considered among the NHL's elite young talents, you absolutely insist on a high-end prospect in return. Cowan, with his burgeoning skill set and immense potential, fits that bill perfectly. He represents a significant piece for Buffalo's future, a building block they could truly rally around. And then there's a 2028 first-round pick. Given that the Maple Leafs don't hold first-round selections in 2026 or 2027, that 2028 pick becomes an incredibly valuable asset, a future lottery ticket that could yield another foundational player for the Sabres. It's a steep price, no doubt, but for a player like Dahlin, it's a necessary one. Let's shift our focus now to the immediate, transformative impact Rasmus Dahlin would have on the Toronto Maple Leaf blue line. For years, the same questions have plagued this team. Do they have a true number one defenseman? Is their defensive core truly elite? While Morgan Rielly is undeniably a solid defender and an exceptional puck mover, few would place him in the same rarefied air as the league's truly elite Norris-caliber defenseman. He's a fantastic offensive weapon from the back end, but the complete two-way dominant presence has remained elusive. Enter Rasmus Dahlin. This is where the narrative fundamentally changes. Dahlin isn't just a good defenseman. He is, without hyperbole, among the next wave of young rear guards poised to capture the Norris Trophy. When you look at his numbers, his trajectory, and his overall game, it's not a matter of if, but when he reaches that pinnacle. The Swedish blue liner, at just 25 years old, already boasts over 500 games of invaluable NHL experience. He's not just potential, he's proven high-level production. His career best numbers in 2022-23, a staggering 15 goals and 58 assists for 73 points, were a clear statement of intent. And he followed that up last year with 17 goals and 68 points, a respectable total that included him topping the 20-goal mark in 2023-24. These aren't just good numbers. These are elite, top-tier defenseman numbers. With Dahlin patrolling the blue line, the Maple Leafs would finally possess that true, bona fide number one defenseman, a player of a caliber they haven't seen since the days of Tomas Kaberle. He brings a blend of offensive prowess, defensive responsibility, and leadership that would instantly elevate every aspect of their game. Imagine the power play with Dahlin quarterbacking it. The even strength play with his ability to break out the puck and shut down opposing attacks. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a paradigm shift, a foundational piece that could finally unlock the full potential of Toronto's star-studded forward group. So, why would Dahlin, a captain and cornerstone of the Sabres, even consider such a move? The answer, in a word, is opportunity. Dahlin's biggest frustration, despite his public denials, has undoubtedly been playing for a Buffalo team that is now approaching 15 years since its last playoff appearance. That's a lifetime in professional sports, a weight of futility that can crush even the most resilient spirits. While the Sabres have a promising young core, they simply don't look poised to return to the postseason in the immediate future. By landing in Toronto, Dahlin would instantly be thrust into an environment where winning is not just hoped for, but expected. Yes, the debate rages on about whether the Maple Leafs are truly a Stanley Cup contender, but there's no denying they are a team built to compete for the playoffs every single year. For Dahlin, after 7 tough, playoff-less seasons in Buffalo, the mere opportunity to play meaningful hockey in April to experience the intensity of a postseason run could be an irresistible draw. It's about ambition, about validating his immense talent on the biggest stage, and about finally having a legitimate shot at the ultimate prize. This trade, while speculative, isn't just about swapping players. It's about a clash of ambitions, a strategic maneuver that could reshape the fortunes of 2 franchises. For Maple Leafs, it's a desperate, yet calculated, gamble to finally acquire the missing piece that could push them over the top. For the Sabres, it's a difficult but potentially necessary step to retool, to bring in new blood, and to accelerate a rebuild that has been painstakingly slow. It's a high-stakes poker game, where the chips are future success, and the ultimate prize is a championship. So, what do you think, hockey fanatics? Is this the kind of bold move the Toronto Maple Leafs need to make? Could Rasmus Dahlin truly be the savior for their defense? And would Morgan Rielly finally find peace, and perhaps new success in Buffalo? The implications are massive, the potential rewards even greater. We want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like this video if you found this analysis as thrilling as we did, and leave a comment below telling us your wildest trade scenarios or your take on this potential blockbuster. Your engagement fuels the conversation, and we love diving into these debates with you. Until next time, keep the puck on the ice and the takes hot